Meeting that man and being introduced to his light and his information changed my entire world. I built a successful 7-figure business in just 7 months. I created a persona, a version of myself who was a millionaire. And I believed wholeheartedly after a few months of self-concept and identity work that I could become the millionaire version of myself. I did $18 million in revenue in under 2 years. Has this last 5 years been all rainbows and sunshine? No, it has not. 2022 was the hardest year of my life since being in this work. I experienced a separation of my marriage, a deterioration of my team, and an emergency lung surgery from all the repressed grief that I didn't allow myself to feel in those moments. But what I can tell you about this contrast, about that year in my life, is that it has prepared me for the woman that is sitting here in front of you today. I've received multiple awards and accolades and trips and accomplishments, but these are not the things that make me so fulfilled. These are not the things that make me so happy. Those things that actually bring me true peace, true love, true joy into my life are the connections that I have with myself and with others, my ability to serve people through this work, and to step into the real version of me that lies within. We have people who have made millions and millions of dollars. We have people who have quantum leaped their life, who have manifested awards and accolades and #1 best-selling books. We have people that are making a significant difference in this world because they're choosing to become an elevated version of them. The biggest thing that I can tell you right now, and the biggest learning from this journey, is please do not underestimate yourself. Please dream bigger and choose grander. And I want to say thank you for joining me, for choosing you, and for allowing me to be the vessel that guides you towards the light that you are being drawn to in this moment. Only love and gratitude. Kathleen.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I am so grateful to be back talking about one of my favorite things, quantum leaps. I don't think I really defined it yesterday, but I'm going to tell you a little bit what my perspective is, my perception is of quantum leaps in my life today. I have a lot to talk about. First of all, I want to welcome everyone back who is here. That was here yesterday, that's returning. And if you're watching the replay, I want to say welcome back on the replay as well. The most important thing with any of these trainings, masterclasses, workshops, live events, is to be in the spirit of it prior to doing it. And if you aren't going to be in the spirit of it, don't bother wasting your time. Like, it is so important that you allow yourself to be a vessel, to be able to receive what is being meant for you in that moment. And if you're distracted, or you're putting other things first, or you're just in the mechanics, you're just showing up, but you're checking your email and you're on your phone and you're scrolling and you're making phone calls during the training, you're not here, you're not in the spirit. So I want you to treat this like it's Super Bowl Sunday and be fully engaged in the process, whether it's live or whether it's on the replay, and allow yourself to really get the most. This isn't about education. This isn't about knowledge. This is about transformation. And the transformation happens when this training's over. It's what you do when this is done. So I can raise your vibration. I can give you that temporary boost. I can help you to see your light. I can make you feel really, really good. But what happens next is the most important work. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about ways that you can come and start to learn with us if that's something you desire to do, and how we can support you in your quantum leap. On my story yesterday, I just did a little video on my stories just to thank everybody for coming. And one of the things that came to me was like, where was a training like this before my quantum leaps? Because if I had this information beforehand, like, holy cow, it would have been even bigger than it has been. So I'm super grateful that I'm sitting here. This is a training that I would love to be taking right now. And I am learning from myself right now. I'll be honest. For those of you that don't know, or this doesn't make sense to you, I'm not quite sure, it doesn't matter. but I say things and I teach things that I have no idea how I know them, where they came from. I truly do believe that it comes from soul's knowledge, and source speaks through me. I've had Bob speak to me too and tell me things to say on these trainings as well. So sometimes I hear things and I'm like, ooh, that was really good. Where did that come from? And so I have my humanity learning from my soul all the time. I know that sounds kind of wild, doesn't it? It sounds kind of cray-cray, but I'm okay to be in the crazy land because it's created this beautiful life. So anyways, my human is learning from my soul. Okay, you can quote me on that one. Anyways, and that was Kathleen saying that. That was my human. Anyways, I'm grateful. So what we're going to do today, I'm going to teach you the last 3 steps of the quantum leap. We're going to do a guided visualization. So the team found one that we think will be really, really good for us to do today. So we'll do that probably halfway through. And then at the end, as always, because I always get these questions, what do you have available? How can I come see you? How can I learn from you? What do I got to do for you to be my mentor? So we're going to talk about all the ways that you can get involved with Diamond Academy this year, some of the things that we have going on, and some of the updates. Rosalie is from Brampton. That is where I grew up, Rosalie. I grew up in Brampton, Ontario. Yep. I grew up actually right near Chinguacousy School and also in Heart Lake. So welcome. I'm so happy to see you. We grew up in the same area. Rosie's Brampton as well. Darcy, Mississauga. See? Energy, baby. I hope you guys are coming to Manifest Toronto. You're so close. You have no reason not to come. You can't avoid us forever. I lived in Heart Lake for 33 years. Wow. Okay, so good. Anyways, enough about Brampton. We can talk about that in Toronto. So I'm going to talk about these 3 things, but I also want to just remind you about my team. My team is here to support you, guide you. I know that they're having lots of conversations with you guys. They're having a lot of phone calls. So please, if you have not spoken to the team already, I want you to please make a decision to do so and book it into their calendar before their calendars get too booked up. We find from this training, for like a week, they're talking to all of you on calls and helping to support you and giving you some guidance and support and giving you some resources and all those things. So make sure that you do get in there and book it. Team, can you put the link for them to book a call in the comment section here so they can just go in? And then on the YouTube replay, we always have that link as well. So what is a quantum leap to me? Okay, my own personal definition of it is doing something that normally would have taken me a lifetime and doing it in a short amount of time. Okay, doing it quickly. So it's a leap forward, it's a jump. It's literally going from operating on one frequency of vibration to operating on a new one. And the new frequency of vibration has completely different outcomes for your life. You will see that your life is completely different. So how do I explain this then, right? So Kathleen, before, registered nurse, $100,000 a year. Kathleen now, after multiple quantum leaps, okay, 5 years it's been, so we just keep leaping. So Kathleen now done almost 40 million in my business in 5 years. So average income into my house, probably about $1 million a month on average from $100,000 a year. How is that even possible? The other thing is the old me used to book vacations based on price. I would stay at 3 or 4 star resorts. I would sit in the back of the plane. I would try to find deals, the cheapest thing I ever could. When I would go shopping, I would spend $200 on clothes, never a dime more than that. And usually it would be like maybe one shirt at a time. I've gone shopping and spent $50,000 on a shopping trip. So see the difference? Now I fly to the front of the plane. We've flown private many times. It's not something we desire to do anymore. I don't have the same thrill of it to fly private anymore. I actually love flying commercial in the front of the plane. We have a driver, we have a private chef. I have a stylist. I have a hair person, Kaylee, that comes and travels with me. I get my makeup done, my hair styled all the time. I have a professional photographer, that's my cousin, that comes around with me everywhere. So this is what I mean is like my old life looked a certain way and this life looks a different way now. It's a complete quantum leap. It's a difference in my human experience. I spent last month in this beautiful home in Beverly Hills with the most stunning, incredible view. And somebody came, I can't remember what they were there for, but anyway, they said, "Are you staying in this house all by yourself for 10 days? I said, yes. And they were like, oh, usually like, you stayed like a hotel room by yourself. I'm like, well, no, but this is me now. Like, this is my life. This is my reality. No matter where I am, I live in high level, luxurious environments. And so, yes, I was in a 5-bedroom house with a movie theater and a pool and a hot tub and a putting green, and all of the things, by myself. Now I had guests come and people come and stay with me. So, it wasn't entirely by myself, but I'm telling you all of these things not to impress you, but to impress upon you the importance of quantum leaps and the ability for you to start living a different life, a different experience. So somebody commented on my jewelry, right? So for those of you that don't recall, or maybe you don't know this, but I had the value of the jewelry is probably about $150,000 worth of jewelry stolen from me about a month ago. And maybe it was 6 weeks ago. Anyways, so all of my jewelry, this is all that I really have left, was taken. It was a loss. And it was all custom jewelry, things that I got made, some of my most prized possessions, things that I had moved the energy for to be able to receive for myself, that I purchased for myself. And all of it is gone. And still, nothing's back. That's just an old video. You saw the Casey necklace and the beautiful Cuban necklace, all that. That's all gone. And the beautiful thing, I sit there and I look at this and I'm like, oh man, like I'm sad about the loss of those things. But do I know that the money always returns, that the money always comes back, that there was a circulation at play, that someone needed that more than me, that loss of my jewelry created a circulation out in the world? Yes. Do I know that I'll have jewelry again in my life? Yes. Is it just physical material things? Yes. And so I sit here and I truly do believe that the loss of that jewelry was actually a greater lesson for me around what's most important in life. And so what is most important in life is my heart. It's my spirituality, my connection to others, my service of the world. And yes, these things are great and amazing, but they don't define who I am. And even in the video that I filmed while wearing that jewelry, I was talking about how these things don't fill my soul. Being on here with you fills my soul. Seeing you guys sign up for my courses and my programs fills my soul. Why? Because I know you're about to remember who the heck you are. I know your life's about to change. I know you're about to have the happiest, most loving, most powerful experience that you've ever had as a human after you've been working with us. I know this. That's what I do this for, not for the material things. And so the loss of those things actually got me to solidify that belief. So do I want you to have these things though? Yes. I think the human experience, to experience the wholeness of who you are, to truly experience all of God's abundance, is to truly experience all of God's abundance. So if it's the house, it's the trips, it's the cars, it's the money, it's the business success, it's the financial freedom, the time freedom, yes, I want you all to have that. But I don't want you to be defined by it. I am not the amount of money I make. My value is not in the amount of success that I've had. My value lies in my integrity. My value lies in my authenticity. My value lies in my heart. And my value lies in being an honest woman that is here wanting to make an honest difference in this world. And that's what makes my soul come alive. But you have to let go of all the virus code. You have to let go of all the things that say you can't do it, you're not worthy, you're not good enough, you're not pretty enough, you're too old, you don't have the education. All of that is untrue. It is not real. And we must let go of it. But my greatest lesson in the loss of this jewelry, sometimes the greatest losses result in the greatest gains. So I'm sitting here right now and I'm seeing the greatest gains. Like my life is literally exploding right now. Exploding. And I knew when that jewelry was gone, I knew what it meant. I knew exactly what it meant. It meant a leap, because as you're leaping, you will experience the greatest contrast in your life. So people find me when they're at their lowest, when they can't pay their bills, when they're the saddest they've ever been, when they don't believe in themselves, when they have contrast, when they've had the greatest loss, they're in the middle of a divorce, something like that, or a health challenge, their greatest health challenge. And I'm like, well, isn't that interesting? That at your lowest moment, you call in someone to help you get to your highest moment. And that's the true power of this work. It's the true power of this work. But one thing I learned about the loss of this jewelry, and I said to Chris, in order for you to quantum leap your life, in order for you to experience greater abundance and prosperity, you have to be willing to lose more. You have to be willing to lose more, right? So is this jewelry the first thing that I've lost? Is it the first amount of money that's gone? No. Chris and I have experienced some other big losses as well. But I am willing to, in the desire and the pursuit of a greater life, of an extraordinary life, I'm willing to lose some things along the way, and that's okay. Because I know that the outcome is never loss. The outcome is always gain. The loss may come first and then the gain comes second. So I truly, truly understand and live by universal law. So you must be willing to lose in order to gain. I want us to really, really see that, right? To really feel that. And it's okay to lose. It's okay to lose. The other piece that's very powerful in this moment, and it's impacting this training, and I'm going to try not to get emotional about it, is we are experiencing transitions in our lives right now in terms of the loss of our loved ones. So I'm hopping on a plane right after this live event to go to Calgary to say goodbye to my grandmother that's just been moved to palliative care. And so as I do this, I'm experiencing the duality of, on the one hand, experiencing an amazing, incredible quantum leap in my life. I can see everything soaring, and I know I am in joyful expectation about what is about to happen in my world. But on the other hand, we're grieving already before she's even going, and we're getting an opportunity to go and see her and all those beautiful things. And my mom's upset. We've also had another loss in our Diamond family. One of our members of our team has lost someone so near and dear to them, and they didn't get to say goodbye. So it's really making me be even more grateful for the opportunity to just hop on a plane and go say goodbye to my Nana Mo, my beautiful Nana Mo. She's, I think, 92. She lived with me many years growing up. So I have such a beautiful, dear relationship with her. Yeah, I think she's 92. But the reason that I'm saying this is because I want us to understand that along our quantum leap journey, there's going to be things that happen that are going to shake you, that are going to try to distract you, that are going to try to throw you off course. But I can still be sitting here teaching this information, helping you all to step into your greatness while still experiencing sadness in my life and still grieving the loss of people in our lives, right? But one thing that it's really teaching me is that life truly is one of our most precious things. It is the experience of life. To live life is what this is all about. And when your life is almost taken from you, you learn a very, very important lesson. Okay, so in 2022, I was in the hospital in the ICU having my lung surgery, and that doctor was like, I have no idea how you're alive. I had Archangel Raphael come to me on the beach in the Bahamas. I have a video of his green, beautiful wings bouncing around me in the Bahamas. And in that moment, when I was faced with this, with this experience of like, how did I get here? How did I get to this point where I am like on the cusp right now of potentially not even being here? My body giving up, my body actually saying like, I don't think we can do this anymore. And my heart and my soul fighting for it to say, no, I have work to do here. I have a big impact to make. I have a difference that I need to make, and I'm not going anywhere. That moment changed me forever, because now I live my life to the fullest. Okay. I love really, really hard. I dream really, really big, and I will never give up on myself, and I will never give up on you, ever. Never, ever, 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 ever. You'll give up on yourself far before I give up on you, but I'll never give up on me. I've convinced myself that I'm worth it, and that's what matters the most. So having said that, right, knowing that life is so precious and this experience only lasts for so long, how do you want to live it? Do you want to live it in fear? Do you want to live it suppressed? Do you want to live it afraid and worried and anxious? Or do you want to live it fully out loud? Do you want to be bold? Do you want to be daring? Do you want to make a difference? Do you want to leave an impression on this world so that when you aren't here anymore, you're still able to leave that mark? You're still able to make that difference? Yes. So what that means then, in order for you to quantum leap your life, to make that difference, that you are meant to make, you're going to have to stop playing small. You're going to have to stop letting yourself be little. And you're going to have to start being bolder, more daring, and taking greater risks. That's it. And that's the biggest message that I have right now. I have a beautiful song. I changed the song for today. So we're going to end with a completely different song today because the message is so loud right now. It's so important. Even this morning, Tori, I don't know if she's on here. Tori sent me a message about wings. You know, she sent me this beautiful quote about wings. And Tori, can you put the quote in the chat, Tori, of what you sent me that was on your story, on your social media today? Tori didn't know this, that my grandmother is literally gaining her wings today or tomorrow or the next day, whatever it's going to be. She's on her way to gaining her wings. And Tori sends me a message about wings. And my first thought is like, of course she did. Of course she did. Because it's energetic alignment. It's us feeling one another and knowing one another because we are all one. And the wings too, I actually have a tattoo. My next tattoo will actually be a pair of wings. And the reason why I chose to do that was because I got a DM one day and this woman thanked me for giving her wings. And I thought, oh man, like that is so good. I feel like she gave herself her wings, but she used me as a vessel to see and use her wings that have always been there. So maybe I'll go get a tattoo in the next couple of days, Tori. Wait, I want to read the quote. It's so beautiful. The future brings much happier things when you use your wings. Thank you. I think that's the best quote about quantum leaps I ever heard in my life, right? Because what's a quantum leap? Like when you've quantum leaped your life, what is it you've gained? What's different? When you've quantum leaped your life, what's different? Happier, time and financial freedom, joy, peace, love, happiness, abundance, and prosperity. Fulfillment, strength. Yes, Kara. Strength, yep. Confidence, inner sense of peace, perspective. Let me tell you, adventure, an extraordinary life. When I meet people now, they're like, are you really this happy? And I'm like, what do you mean? And they're like, well, you know, like you're pretty like passionate and like you're pretty happy and like, is this real? And I'm like, yes. Like this is who I am now, but I was not before. And it's not all of the things and all of the success that have made me this way. I'm this way because I am in the livingness of life. I am living it and I am loving it. To live and love. That's what I'm doing. Living with love. Anyways, so that's my perspective of what's going on in life right now and my view on quantum leaps and how we want to bring them in. But I want to talk about the third thing, the third step to quantum leaps. So just as a reminder, number one was to forget what you've been taught, create an entire new belief system. We help you with that in the Millionaire Program. Many of you were asking, do you teach that? Yes, it's a 6-month roadmap to reprogram the subconscious mind, and we do that in Millionaire. That's what that whole entire course is. So if you think you're going to do it on a 2-day training, you can go right ahead and believe that. I would love that for you. I want to make it permanent though, and I want to make it for forever. And so you'll have the roadmap to then keep doing it. Because once you quantum leap once, you're going to do it again. You're going to do it again. But anyways, so forget what you've been taught, create a new belief system. The second one was to move into creation mode. So to move into creation, we move out of what? Observation, judgment, criticism. But the third thing is to master the art of detachment. Okay? So in the dating world, they have the funniest quote right now, and I love it, but it's the art of detachment. I want you, but I don't need you. Okay? So if you're attached to something, you need it. It's very important. It's very, very meaningful. And if you do not have it, you will not be okay. If you do not have it, you will be suffering in some way. You will be having loss in some way, right? So to be in a truly detached state is I want you, but I don't need you. So I would love that, is what I say all the time. It is part of my language now. It's the way that I speak to myself, but it's also the way that I guide and direct source energy. So when somebody says, oh, Kathleen, you should buy a private island in the Bahamas, I'll go, oh, I would love that. So what am I saying? Source energy, I like that idea. That's really good. Let's put some focused attention and energy towards that. Yes, please. Right? Unattached. I don't need the island in the Bahamas, but I would love it. Yes, that sounds fun. That sounds great. That sounds amazing. Let's go for it. Right? So mastering the art of detachment then. The other thing that Neil Donald Walsh taught me is the language of preference, not a requirement. Okay, guys, you're going to need this along your quantum leap journey, because as you quantum leap, it will not unfold in the way that you want it to or that you think it should. Okay? So things might be different. The first house that I thought I was manifesting, it ended up being this one. It was not a requirement that it be that one. It was a preference that it be that one. And then when that one didn't work out, I was like, oh, there must be something better. And this house came. And this house is the perfect energetic calibration to me at that time. Perfection. Like God knew that that wasn't it and this was it. So you have to trust, right? Preference over requirement. So many things will maybe not look the way that you want them to look. And if you're controlling it, you're gripping it tightly, you're trying to make it a certain way, you're attached. So it's like dating the man that you know is not right for you, and you keep trying to change him and tweak him to make him be more of what you want him to be. You're controlling, you're resisting, you're trying to change, when all you have to do is let him go and let the real one in. Surrender, let, release, right? So beautiful. Is that the same way if it's not a quantum leap? Wanda, any and all manifestations will come in a way that you don't expect it to come. You might find some that are exactly how you want it to be, but for the most part, you can't determine the steps that are taken. The outcome will be what you want. So my desire was to live in about a $3 million house and to have an energetic upgrade and have more luxurious finishes and all that kind of stuff. And so I ended up there, but the path to get to it didn't look like what I thought it would. And along the way, there was lots of times where people were like, well, you can't have that house. We can't give you that mortgage. Nobody's going to fund you. You don't have 2 years of income statements. And I was like, well, there has to be a way. There has to be a way. And so I just stayed in the possibility and the potentiality of the house. And I never let myself say, no, it can't happen. Even when we sold our last house, Wanda, we wanted a certain amount of money for it. We wanted to sell it for a certain amount. And the real estate agents and the market appraisals and like everybody, all the experts were like, oh, no, max, you're going to get it to this. And I said to Chris, no. Like, they don't know manifestation. They don't know the power of the mind. They don't get it. They don't know that I got God on my side. So I want this much. And we ended up getting more than we wanted for the house. It sold way above what they thought we were going to get for it. They even said, don't sell it on this weekend, sell it on the next, because it was like a long weekend and they didn't want us to do it. And I said, I don't believe in that. My house is going to sell for over asking price in under 24 hours. And it did. We had an offer within 12 hours for way over asking price. It was like a bully offer. And we were like, yep, we'll take it. And then we moved into this one. Yeah. So beautiful. Even the interview with Jason Derulo that I did on Monday, we did not have everything finalized until about an hour before the interview. We were literally in the house setting everything up before we were finalizing the details of who's going to own the content, where it's going to be posted, all of that. And so I just stayed the course. I was like, nope, we're doing it. We're filming it. We got it done. And I got my makeup and my hair done. And I did it myself. And I picked out my outfit and I got dressed and I drove there. And I acted in the assumption that it was done until it was done, knowing the outcome. But the difference between normal everyday manifestations and quantum leaps is an abrupt jump from one place to another. So you guys can slowly manifest. Absolutely, you can do that. But I like to quantum leap. I like to go, oops, okay, let's go to here. because I believe that for myself. I believe that's possible. 2020, I did $3.3 million that year in 2020, my first year of business. The bank thought we were doing something illegal. They were like, what? Like, where's all this money coming from? What are you doing? And then I set a goal to 4X. I set a goal to do 12 million in 2021, and we did it. And then Business Insider featured me in their online publication, and I had to prove to them. I had to send financial statements in to prove to them that I had done 12 million, because they're not posting anything that isn't proven. You had to send your financials in. Brainwashing people so they can quantum leap. It's legal. Yes. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm suggesting to you guys the idea over and over and over again of quantum leaps. Why am I doing that? Why would I do that to you? How dare I? Because the more you believe in it, the more likely it's going to happen. If you don't believe it's possible, you're not going to ever do it. You won't. You have to say, yes, it's for me. Yes, it's for me. Absolutely. That's the most important thing you do. So to prefer something, to not require it, to want it but not need it, is a true state of detachment. So I want all of you to truly be in a state of gratitude for your current life. See all the abundance around you. See everything that you have. See the beauty in yourself. See the beauty in others. See the beauty in the world. I want you to be like, I have everything I need right now. I have everything I need right now, but I would love more. I would love more. Grateful, never satisfied. Okay? Grateful, never satisfied. So I'm not saying, okay, universe, I have everything I need. I'm good. Leave me alone. No, we're not saying that at all. We're saying, I have everything that I need right now. Life is so good, but I would love it to be even better. I would love more love. I would love more abundance. I would love more joy, more passion, more experiences, more adventure. Whatever the more is that you want. Allow yourself to be open to receive it. Yeah, it's really beautiful. Marcia, I'm just finding your question. Can you talk about the difference between detachment and acting the assumption that it's done? Okay. So in the Millionaire Program, I teach the ladder of belief. And in the ladder of belief, I actually teach you how to climb these belief levels in order to manifest faster. So from the need energy is the slowest, most resistive state to manifestation, because you need something, you're in lack and limitation, you're very aware in the mind, you don't have it. We don't manifest from the I don't have it. We manifest from the it is done, right? So Marcia is talking about acting in the assumption that it's done. So we want to get you to climb from needing something to knowing that it's already done, knowing that it's here. So along that process of climbing, you have to detach. Because at the end, when you are acting in the assumption that it's already done, are you attached to having it? Do you need it? No, because you already know you have it. Even if you're not observing it, you already know you have it. So people will come to me and they'll say, oh my gosh, Kathleen, I have no idea how, but I know I'm a millionaire and I know the millions are on the way. And I'm like, that's it. So you stop looking, you stop asking if you're doing it right. You just exist, you just be. And you're like, I'm a millionaire. And then you're like, you know what? I'm a multi-millionaire. And the next thing you know, they message me and they're like, guess what? I just closed my biggest offer for $80,000. I'm like, of course you did. Right? And so it's truly believing in something before the observation of it, and that very much calls it in. So from that true knowing state, from the certainty state, there's no attachment because you have it. You can't be attached to something you have. You could be afraid you could lose it, but I would never do that if I were you. That's using your power for evil and not for good. I remember I was on that interview with Bob in 2021 or 2020. No, 2020. He interviewed me on his paradigm shift and he goes, you know, he asked me to share how much money I'd made and how much success I'd had and all that. And that's the first time I ever spoke publicly about it. And he got me out of my shell, which was beautiful. And then he says to me, are you afraid that it's just going to stop? I went, no. Like, you told me not to. Why would I ever be afraid of that? Absolutely not. So I have this knowing now that this is my forever, and I'm going to keep expanding. Bigger and bigger and bigger, bigger, bigger. Oh, you were on that live, Samantha. I love that. That's 5 years ago. 5 years ago in June, I think, or July. Yeah. Okay. So then the fourth thing, we've already gotten into it. We're talking about certainty and knowing. Okay. Jason Derulo said something to me in the interview. It was so good. He said that he believes in himself with certainty. With certainty. He is certain of what? Success, abundance, prosperity, impact, joy. Right? So, are you certain? Now, one thing I said to my dear friend Kaylee one day in a text message, I think she has it. I said, if you aren't certain that you are, then you are certain that you aren't. Okay, a little tongue twister. You're always certain of one thing. So are you certain you're a millionaire, or you're certain that you're not? Even the decision to sign up for the millionaire program. Okay, so for those who desire to be in the millionaire program, and they desire to be millionaires in their life. So would you sign up for a course that teaches you to become a millionaire if you're a millionaire? Of course you would. It's actually, like, this is why I named the program that. Many people are like, oh, you should change the name of it, Kathleen, because it's so much more than just money. It's so much more than just being a millionaire. It's about like personal ascension and growth and awakening and connecting to God, and we cure mental health and we cure physical diseases and all of that. And I'm like, yes, yes, yes. But you have to understand that the whole entire point of the name of the program is to accept a new identity. So when you say, yes, I want to take the course, and then you say, no, I'm not going to take it because of the cost, what are you certain of? That you're not a millionaire? That you're not going to do it? That you're not going to become one? And so every act is an act of self-definition. So the decision not to do it comes from the certainty that you're not good enough, that you're not worthy, that you don't have time, that you don't have the support from others, that you're not going to do it, that you're not the person that's going to achieve this. But then let's flip the switch then. So when you do sign up for it, what are you saying? You're certain of what? Yourself, your success, your value, your worth. When you invest in yourself, what you are sending out to the universe, the messaging that you're putting out there is so powerful. And this is why the programs are priced the way that they are. It's not about me receiving something. It's the value with which you get from investing in yourself at a certain level. When I invest in myself for $500, when I invest in myself for $10,000, $50,000, $350,000, they all have different energetic footprints. All of them. And so I've gone up and up and up and up and up. And it doesn't get easier just because you have more money, right? Just because you have more money, it doesn't get easier. It's still an uncomfortable decision to choose an investment past your current identity. Yeah. I noticed a quantum leap in my vibration the moment I signed up for Modern Mentor. Just like that, right? Because of the investment, because of the decision. Yep, exactly. That's how it works. Yeah. And then you ask, okay, so you signed up for the millionaire program, you took it. Does everybody become a millionaire in the program? Those that are in the millionaire program, in the comments, what is your outcome? And I don't want you to say dollars. I want you to say your outcome in terms of your life. Okay? So I sell you on what you think you want, but I give you what you need. Did you hear that? Okay? So I actually have given people in their lives, yes, we have millionaires coming out of this program, of course. But what I give people in their lives through this program is something far greater than $1 million in your bank account. Let me tell you, $1 million in your bank account means nothing compared to what you experience in your life. Yeah. Anyways, so, and quantum leaping your life in many, many different ways, of course, too. We've had people who have joined the millionaire program and then they find out that they have a terminal cancer like 30 days later. And they're like, oh, this is why I found you. And then they heal themselves through the program. We have people who have joined this program who were suicidal. prior to joining this program, and now they are so happy with who they are in their life that they could cry. Is that worth $1 million? Far more, far more. So anyway, lots of money stories, but if you're still stuck on this becoming a millionaire in a 6-month period, and you keep wanting to focus on that thing, you're attached. Can you feel that? You're gripping. You're gripping. So the certainty and the knowing then is the place that I want to get you to. I want to get you to a place where you are certain of yourself and you have a knowing that everything you want is here and it is done. Everything that you want is here and it is done. And what do we find in the certainty? A calmness, a peace. Stress is not something that we have, it's something that we do. Worries are not something that we have, it's something that we do. Right? So we're not going to doubt, we're not going to be afraid, we're not going to worry. We are going to act in the assumption that all of it is done and it is here. So when I actually signed up to become a coach and take that very first personal growth and development program that I took with Bob, I made the decision my life would never be the same. I made the decision I was quantum leaping. I just didn't know how big the leaps were going to be. That Kathleen then thought maybe she'd make $1 million in a year. Now I am certain, okay, absolutely certain that this is a $52 million a year for me this year. I am certain. Isn't that crazy? No, not at all. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. See how I'm talking to myself? I'm always sharing a story. I'm always convincing myself of something. Right? And now Darcy, way more than 52. There we go. But am I motivated and driven by 52 million? You know what really drives me? The number of people that will be impacted for that 52 million. The number of lives that are going to be changed by this. In-person events, retreats, live events, courses, programs, podcasting, collaborations, all of it. Like, I want nothing more than for people to be able to hear and feel my heart and to know that that's their greatest asset themselves. And that's my life's work. That's my life's work. And that's why I'm willing to get really uncomfortable. I'm willing to do whatever it takes in order to fulfill this. But I do understand then, though, in order for me to change more lives, I have to ask for more. I have to ask for a bigger platform. I have to ask for more students and more sales. I have to ask for more money in order to do that. I'm creating the demand. And when I create the demand, the supply will come. And so if I'm thinking from the idea of helping 1,000 people, that's the demand, supply will come. So I'm not thinking about 1,000 people. I'm thinking about millions of people. Because I want to? No, because I'm meant to. That's what Neil said to me, Neil Donald Walsh. I said, I have this feeling, like I keep hearing millions of people, millions of people, millions of people. Like, what is that? Is that just a want? Like, and he goes, no, Kathleen, it's not because you want to, it's because you're meant to. I went, oh man. So this feeling that you want to be a part of this feeling that you want to be in this community, the feeling that you want to sign up for our courses and our programs, this feeling that you want more for your life, this feeling that you want to serve other people, that you want to change the world. It's not because you want to, it's because you're meant to. So, what if you are meant to? What would you do different if you knew? I'm always like, oh, God's telling me I got to do this today, so I better do it. You know, it's like this like overarching thing telling, giving me direction, and I'm just following. I'm like, okay, I got this. Sounds a whole lot like me. Sounds a whole lot like my thoughts. But I truly believe that it's divine direction. Divine direction and guidance comes all the time. Even with everything I'm saying to you guys today. Will this be recorded to be able to watch later? Always. Yeah, it's on the YouTube channel, but we also send an email out with the replays. Okay, so the fifth thing then. So you can see then that when you've programmed a new belief system into yourself, right? Number one, and you've now moved into creation mode and you understand your power and you've connected to the God essence within. You can see how new belief systems creation mode. Then we're detached. I want it, but I don't need it. I would love this, but life is good. Okay, we're now in that state. Now we're in a certainty and knowing. Okay, the quantum leap is already done. I'm already the version of myself that I need to be. I'm here. It's happening. It is done. So then what do? Number 5, we act on that. Okay, this is where you're going to get the most uncomfortable. It's one thing to go in and reprogram the mind. It's another thing to create a vision and to imagine it and to see it. It's another thing to tell all your friends, you can keep getting on these trainings, but you must act upon it. You must do what the certain you would do in order to solidify the certainty. So the certain you would do what? If you were absolutely certain that spending 6 months being mentored by me would change your life, what would you do? You would do it, right? Or no? I think you would. I would. So then this is where you have an opportunity to act as if you are certain, right? And I don't even love the language act as if, because act as if is kind of like, well, if it was, would I? Well, it is. So I want you to be convinced that you are. Yeah. I'm going to talk about, you're asking me all kinds of questions about the course now. So let's do the guided visualization and then we will talk about the course. Okay. But one thing that I want everyone to know is that certainty creates. But certainty creates when it's paired with action. Okay? So you can be certain of something and not take action. Why would we do that? Because you're letting a little bit of that doubt come in. You're letting a little bit of that fear come in. So in order to solidify the certainty, what would you do? You'd make a decision and you'd act from the certainty. So certainty creates when paired with action. Certainty creates when it's paired with action. And then the most beautiful thing about that then is it's universal law that the outcome will be what you want it to be. It's by law. So every single time that I convince myself of an idea and I become certain of it, and I hold that image and I take action, it happens. So my vision of my podcast, the world's biggest people on my podcast to tell their stories to the world. I want the world to hear this message. Held that image of it. I was certain one day I will be doing these interviews. Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. 2 months later, after I start interviewing people, it shows up in my physical world like this. And this is the first one. I have many more. So the first step, I'm just recapping for Mariposa, and then we're going to do a visualization. I'm giving Jen a little bit of time too. So the first step is to forget what you've been taught. New belief system, okay? Number 2 is to move into creation. So to move into creation mode then means to live fourth dimensionally. So you're going to live from imagination. You're going to allow your God essence. You're going to co-create with your God essence. And you're going to reprogram your identity, okay? To come from a new identity. Number 3 is to master the art of detachment. Number 4 is to be certain and have a knowing, certainty and knowing. And number 5 is to act in the certainty. So to do in a certain state of being. So most people will wait to do something until they have something. So when I have time, when I have money, when I have the degree, when I have the knowledge and the education, when I have the following, I will do it. And so they're left in a perpetual cycle of waiting until. But true creation is when you be something first and then you do something and then you have it. So you understand that the money comes by being a millionaire first in the mind, then behaving in a way like you are one, and then you will have it. So instead of sitting around and waiting, you're creating. So that's the decision piece. What was the action step you were led to on your podcast vision that brought it into the physical. So for me, obviously the creation of a podcast, like if you want to have a really big podcast and you don't have one at all, like what are you doing? Like you've got to actually have a podcast in order to have like a world renowned podcast. But what I wasn't doing was I wasn't interviewing people. So for 2 years, I continued to do my podcast, just me teaching, just me. I don't mean just me. I mean alone, me teaching. But in January, I realized I'm not acting as if I would when I'm actually being the version of myself that's interviewing Oprah. She has guests on her podcast. And so I started with guests in January. That was the action piece, was to start having guests in January. Yeah, that was a big inspired action. Yeah. Okay, let's do the guided visualization. Stay with me here, okay? If you are someone that is heavy in the masculine or the mechanical, you are going to shy away from this. You're going to be like, I better go do something. I better make a tea, or I better go to the bathroom, or I better check my email or check my phone or make a phone call. No, this is the growth for you. Stay with me and spend these next 5 minutes in this guided visualization. This is the feminine energetics. This is the using of the imagination. This is the altering of your vibration from the inside out. This is some of the most important work that you will do. So I'm going to vibrationally change you, this frequency right now. Jen, you ready? I think she's getting ready. 444 on here right now as we're about to do a guided visualization. You think that's coincidence? That angel number? Absolutely not. God is with us right now in a very, very big way. Yeah, in a very, very big way. Okay, let me see if Jen's having some troubles here. She's ready, she says. Okay, we're ready too. There she is.
Welcome to this guided visualization. I want you to start by sitting comfortably relaxed in your chair, hands on your lap in receiving mode, spine comfortably erect, crown of your head towards the sky. And I want you to start by focusing on your breaths. Take a nice deep breath in and release on the exhale. And every time you exhale, I want you to release tension from within your body. So you're going to relax your jaw and your eyelids, relax your neck and your shoulders, relax your chest and your abdomen, your hips, release your legs and your feet, ensuring that every breath in fills your body with spirit and every breath out releases the tension. Now on the screen of your mind, I want you to go to the place with all your goals achieved. Everything you've ever wanted is here in this moment. As you look around, pay attention to what you see. Where are you? Who are you with? And what are you celebrating? This is a moment of accomplishment. You've reached the goal that you always wanted to reach, and you are now in your life celebrating all that you have achieved. And in this moment, how does it feel? What are you grateful for? And how do you feel about you? You know that you created this because you became the version of yourself that already had it. You became a vibrational match and became the best of yourself. This is the happiest, the healthiest, and the wealthiest you've ever been. And in this moment, how do you feel about you? The thoughts that you held, the emotions that you felt along the journey, the decisions you made that led you to this moment. What do you say to yourself? You did it. I'm so proud of you. It was worth all of it. I'm grateful for you. I love you. Thank you. And I want you to look around now in this moment and see all the things that you are grateful for. Is it the people that you are with? Is it for everything that you have? Is it your ability to serve and help others? Is it the impact that you're making on other people's lives? How does it feel to be an example for everyone around you of creating a dream and bringing it into your physical reality, of persistence, of perseverance, of peace, of love, of joy? Hold this emotion of gratitude as you exist in this reality that you've created.
Okay, so how does everybody feel now? Please put how you are feeling in the chat so you can solidify it. If you're watching the replay, you can write it on a piece of paper. Does not matter. I just want you to identify in yourself the feeling that you are in. It's an awareness. Yep. A beautiful feeling and a beautiful awareness for yourself of how in this moment you feel. Yeah, beautiful. Don't forget as well, for those that are the VIPs, we have a Q&A call next week. So if you are a VIP for this event, make sure you please bring your question with you to the live event, because I'll be answering them live. Like a million hearts, grateful, whole, confident, peaceful, lightful, light, relaxed. That guided visualization will be available on this replay. And then sometimes what we do is pull them out. So maybe Jen can pull that out and we can post it as a separate guided visualization and put it on the YouTube channel. I think that wouldn't hurt if we were to do that. I do them on every single one of these. So we have lots of different recorded ones now. Okay, we will do that. Yes, we can do it. Okay, so now what's just happened is we've gone up into the fourth dimension. We've gone up into the imagination and we've had an experience in the mind. And your intellectual mind, the brain, believes that that just happened. It doesn't think it's fake. It doesn't think it's real. It doesn't think it's imagination. It's actually like, yes, that's true. That happened. So that's why your body will physically change. Right? The molecular structure of your body, your energy, your vibration has actually changed now based on what you just visualized. So the more you do that, the more you convince yourself that it's real, the more you convince yourself that it's true, the more you become a vibrational match to it. So then you're sending out a beacon out into the world saying, I'm a highly successful individual that is at peace, is joyful, abundant, prosperous, all these things. You're sending that out. So you'll start to attract different. You will also find that you'll start to express yourself differently. The subconscious mind will move differently. You'll take more decisions. You'll be bolder. You'll be more daring. You'll be more courageous and brave. You will say things that maybe you wouldn't have said before. You'll meet people that you wouldn't have met before. You'll go do things that you wouldn't have done before, right? So you will actually start to behave differently. You'll start to live according to new assumptions. But the other thing that happens too is that source energy now is being guided and directed. So you connected yourself right now to imagination, which is God. So you literally went up there and you visualized something and you said, okay, God, this is the image that we want. This is what we're going to do here. And we're going to bring it now into the physical. We're going to come down and this is what we want to do. This is creation. So you just literally planted a seed into the universe that is now all of the forces of the universe are going to work on this idea. So the more that you do this, the more that you call it in, the more work you're doing. But then you must move in the assumption that this is done. So it's about maintaining that vibrational state. So remaining empowered, remaining driven and motivated, keeping action, right? So taking action. doing the things, running the business, being consistent, being disciplined, taking action towards the realization of it. Yes, right? So when you feel accomplished, what are you more likely to do? Accomplish more. But when you don't feel accomplished, you're not going to make decisions to do more. So you've got to notice what's real, what's true, and what is a false narrative. What is not true? One of the greatest conversations that I ever had with someone, it was phenomenal. I didn't even need to say a thing. I literally got on the phone call with them. I think it was a one-on-one client too, so it was a six-figure investment. And I got onto the conversation with them, and they were like, okay, here's where I'm at. I said, okay, you tell me. And they said, well, there's one part of me that wants this, that wants to accomplish this, that knows that this is already done, that desires this outcome, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Gave me a beautiful vision of the desired state of what they wanted. I said, okay, good. So you know that's real and true. And they were like, yes, I know that's truth. But then there's this other part of me that comes up that says, but what if it doesn't work? And what if I don't have enough time? And what if I lose the money? And what if I don't finish what I started? And what if success doesn't happen? And blah, 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 blah. And I was like, yes, okay, I can feel that. I can feel that that feels very real. And I was like, is it real? And they were like, well, it feels very real. And I'm like, okay, so which one are we making real today? And your action is what makes it real, right? So in that very conversation, we could see the duality between the untruths, the wrongs, and we could feel the truth of the rights, of the real, of the actual, what's the word I'm looking for? The actual, like something is reality because you make it real, right? You believe in it, therefore you make it your reality. If you don't make it your reality, it's not real. So you get to decide what that real is. And so we can see the duality between the truth of who I am, the truth of what's happening, the truth of my future, and we can see the untruth and the delusion of the fear, of the doubt, of the worry, and we can be in that duality right now. And so then we were in a pivotal moment. I said, okay, so which one are we choosing today? Will coaching with me one-on-one take you to this? Absolutely. Because of me or because of you? It was like, oh, so if not choosing to coach with me one-on-one, what is that going to do? It chooses to make the other real. So in that moment, we chose, well, they chose to make the future state real by doing something and acting from the assumption of the realization of that. And they made their investment back. I think it was one of my first $150,000 clients. I think they paid $150 in full and they made it back like this within 30 days. Because the decision was made to make that real. And by making this real, what do you do to this? You make it unreal. You let it go. You let it go. How powerful. So it's a decision. It truly is a decision to do something different. So many of you are asking me about some of the courses in the program. So I want to talk about that a little bit today and answer some questions about that today. And then the VIP call that we're going to do next week, that's going to be questions related to this information, to the material, not about courses or programs. So if you do have questions about courses, programs, mentorship, ask it today or ask my team, not on the VIP call. I know Pamela Elias. She's always telling me about these fours, and every time she's watching me or talking to me that the fours are showing up. And then today on here, we had 444 on here, and she's direct messaging me going, really, with the fours again? I'm like, could source energy be any more clear? Like, I don't know, the signs are signing pretty loud, right? Anyways, so what we're going to do today is I'm going to open enrollment for a certain type of millionaire program this time. And I haven't done it in this way before, but I'm super, super excited to do it in this way. So for those of you that have been considering it, it's a beautiful, beautiful time to make the decision that you're going to quantum leap your life. And those of you that have taken Millionaire before and you're potentially completing or you want to stay longer, you will also get this beautiful edition as well. So you can absolutely hop in and get this. So what I'm actually opening enrollment for right now is Millionaire for Leaders. Okay? So you might be like, well, I'm not a leader, so that's not for me. Okay. Does that belief serve you? So in order for you to make a difference and change the world, to become more wealthy, to grow your business, to become a better parent, to become a better spouse, you must become a better leader. And you must see that leadership is the way in which you do it. So tell me a millionaire who's not in a leadership capacity in their life in some way. I dare you. I don't know. Because impact over profitability every single time will create the profitability. And so impact means your ability to lead others. It's your ability to make a difference. It's your ability to guide people towards a certain place. And first you must guide yourself. And so that's where the initial decision comes from. I'm going to lead myself towards a quantum leap. And once I lead myself towards the quantum leap, then I will lead others towards theirs. In whatever capacity, whatever your business is, right? So you don't have to be teaching this material. You could be doing anything in the world. It doesn't even matter. The Millionaire Program is for everyone and anyone. But why I've created this leadership duality with Millionaire is because I really want you to see that it is your ability to grow as yourself and grow from the inside out and have that internal transformation, that personal growth and development piece, but it's also about leadership. And so anyone that enrolls in the Millionaire Program during today until the end of this month, or actually I think we're like, what day is it today? The 21st. So probably 6 days, yeah. Anybody that enrolls right now, you're going to get the Millionaire Program, but you're also going to get my spiritual leadership course included. And what is spiritual leadership course? This is leading from God and with God. So it's spirituality. So I have a master's degree in nursing leadership. It is part of my old life was to, just last night, Eric. It's part of my old life to teach, to be a leader, but to teach leadership. And so now what we're going to do is I'm going to teach you a lot of my background around leading others and leading teams and visioneering and vision casting and all that kind of stuff. But I'm actually going to teach you how I've brought God into the leadership conversation now in my life. So now I lead with spirit. I lead with love. I lead from intuition. My business is an intuitive force led from my thinking. Can you feel that? Like my business is not, it's not driven by the mechanical world. It's driven by the spiritual world. And that's why it's quantum leaped, right? So it's truly about making the decision to join the Millionaire Program and then to get the Spiritual Leader Program included. And what I'm actually going to do, what I want to do is I want to do an embodiment call with all of you that make the decision to enroll during this offer. So it's going to be a leadership embodiment call. So you're going to take Millionaire, you're going to take Spiritual Leader, and then when Spiritual Leader completes, we're going to get onto a call, group call, and we're going to talk about how to now embody it. So I'm going to say, okay, now that you have the identity, now that you have the vision, now that you have the knowledge related to spiritual leadership, how do we now put that into practice in our specific lives? So we are going to have that call for those of you that enroll in this enrollment period. So we always open enrollment and we leave it open for about 5 or 6 days. The team can say the day the offer closes in the chat. I'm not 100% sure of what that day is. And my team can answer that question for you. So I wanted to create it in this way is because I want every single one of you to realize that you're a millionaire and that you're a leader. You're a millionaire and you're a leader. Those are the two identities I want you to accept during your 6 months with me. You're a millionaire and you're a leader. And you made the decision to sign up for this program and spend 6 months with me from a Quantum Leap live event, which means you've made the decision to what? Quantum Leap. And if you really knew the impact that this will have on your manifestation, whew, you wouldn't even hesitate. You wouldn't even hesitate. I am using the power of manifestation right now to take you along a path and a journey so that it manifests for you. Do you think that I want you to sign up and not quantum leap? Oh no. It is in my best interest for you to quantum leap the heck out of your life. It is in my best interest for you to blow up, explode, send me a DM and tell me how incredibly amazing you feel and you are, so that I go to bed at night with a beautiful, beautiful, bursting heart. Truly, that's what I want. So I'm setting you up right now for success. Everything that I do is a mechanism to set you up for success. I'm taking the information that I know and I'm like, okay, what is the best way that I can have them decide in their minds that they're certain of the outcome, that they're quantum leaping, that they're already a millionaire, and that they're a leader. I'm planting these seeds for you to believe. You can resist me, or you can believe. And by accepting that belief, you accept the outcome. So I know that there was a lot of nurses on this call, and I want to give you just a little contrast to show you. And the reason I say nurses is because I was there. So as a registered nurse, what did I do? I went out and got a master's degree. Okay, that master's degree cost me about, in total, close to $20,000 for a master's degree. Took me 5 years, and that master's degree led me to a 50-cent pay raise. Okay, not 50 cents an hour, but like 50 cents a week, which was like $200 a month. Okay. And it was easy and it was effortless to make this decision. It was next level growth for me. I was like, yep, I'm going to get a master's degree. I should do that. Yep. I'm going to go to university and I'm going to do this. And I stressed myself out with it, but I did it. And I worked myself till I was tired, but I did it. And then I got MSc next to my name, or no, it was MN. I got MN added next to my name. I used to have BA, BSCN, RN, MN, GNC, because then I got my gerontology certification. So I had all these letters. And so at the end, I was like, okay, this is great. And then I had a frame thing I put on the wall. Okay. Makes sense we do that. So many of you, if you're a nurse on here, you're probably considering that. You're like, yeah, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll go get another certification. Maybe I'll go get another degree. Rewind a few years, I decide to take a personal growth and development program for $9,000. And I take that personal growth and development program, and then I invest in myself and I become a coach and I launch a business. That personal growth and development course took me 6 months. And then within 9 months, I'd made $1 million. Within a year, 3.3. And now I sit here 5 years later, which was the duration of my master's degree. Okay, no coincidence. I sit here 5 years later and I am traveling the world living a life of freedom. I don't work for anyone. I work for myself. And I am experiencing more passion, love, joy, prosperity, and abundance than I ever would have in my life. So I'm saying this because many of you are probably like, well, yeah, I would go back and get a degree and I would spend $20,000, but to spend $12,000 on a program for me, oh, I don't know. I don't know if I can do it. And I took out a loan for those. All of my degrees, I took out loans, student loans for it. And it's obviously all paid off, right? So I'm just trying to get you to see that whatever your belief is around investing in yourself, taking courses, programs, degrees, you can just change the belief at any moment and do what you feel called to do. Millionaire was one of the best decisions I've ever made. And Maura, you made the decision to do Millionaire in a moment in your life where things didn't appear to be all rainbows and sunshine, right? And it moved you to a place where life is very, very different. Judy O'Leary sent me the most beautiful message. She actually sent me an email and voice noted the email to me. She had me in tears, sitting in my car, crying my eyes out because of just how different her life is from this course and this program. So what I would love for all of you that are listening, that are watching, that are on this call right now, if you are in an absolute knowing and certainty that you desire to be in the Millionaire program, I want you to put "I'm ready to leap" in the comments. If you're on the YouTube channel, you can put I'm ready to leap. I'm just getting you to solidify a belief right now. I'm not getting you to give me your money. I'm just asking you to say, I'm ready to leap, right? So this is a very conscious decision out into the universe to say, this is what I would love. I'm actually separating you from the intellectual mind and I'm moving you into your heart. So would you love to spend 6 months with us? Would you love to learn with us? Come on the millionaire calls with me on Wednesday. Would you love to be on the embodiment sessions with my team? Would you love to take the course and answer the questions? Would you love to learn how to visualize and meditate and journal and all those things? Put I am ready to leap. I am ready to leap. The beautiful thing about this then is that this starts a pathway towards the realization of it. And any and all things are available and possible to you as long as you make the decision to make them so. About to graduate from Modern Mentor, Leapin' Lizards. Yes, Colleen, I love it. What's next for you? Get into something else with us. Whatever that next level growth is for you. Maybe my inner circle. Yeah, go from Modern Mentor up to my inner circle. I would love that. I'd love to see you in there. So my inner circle is a 1-year program where you're with me in a smaller group. And we actually mastermind bi-weekly and we meet twice a year. I would love it. I'm just nervous. So what does it mean, Wanda, to be nervous? I love this. Do we know what that is? So when you're on a frequency of vibration here, right? And it's comfort, it's comfortable. You might not like it. You might not be happy. You might not feel very fulfilled, but it is comfortable and it's safe and it's predictable. So you know what to expect tomorrow morning. Like, you know the mundane that's going to happen the next day. Like, this is where I was in the Groundhog Day, right? It's comfortable. So then now you're entertaining the idea of going up here. So every single one of you that said, I'm ready to leap, you're now entertaining a new idea up here. You're now moving yourself up to the new frequency of vibration of the leap. And you're starting to entertain it. So this old version of you down here starts to do what? The old version of you starts to go, uh-oh. Wanda is starting to think bigger. Wanda is going to go outside of her comfort zone. Wanda's going to go into the unknown. She's going off the trail. Everybody's going this way. Wanda's going this way. Oh, we better try to keep her safe. So we're going to give her some fear. We're going to give her some worries. We're going to give her some doubt. But you're up here. Remember certainty, new belief systems, making a decision. And you're going to say, no, I'm nervous, but I'm doing it anyways. On my way to Jason's house to go film the podcast, I could feel the nervousness within me. I could feel the growth. And so I put on Spirit by Beyonce, which is one of my all-time favorite songs. And I said to myself, Kathleen, you got this. This is natural for you. This is what you are meant to do. You are so powerful. You are so strong. You are going to rock this. And did it. Showed up and did it. Right? It's like that with every decision for me. The first time that I was on TV, in a TV studio, okay, the woman who used to hate herself and used to hate her body was going to sit down on a chair with all of her fat rolls all rolled up. The old me would have never done that. I would have been like, no way. And I sat there and was like, you got this. It was uncomfortable and I was nervous. But we rise to the frequency of the desired outcome and the desired state. And you know what I want to say to all of you that are considering this right now? You're now entertaining a quantum leap. You're about to make a decision to do it. You know what I want to say to you? We got you. We got you. That's how much I believe in me. That's how much I believe in my team. That's how much I believe in my courses, my programs. That's how much I believe in this material. That's how much I believe in God. Right? The only way that God will not give you what you want is if you turn your back. That's it. Right? So it's so powerful and so important. And Wanda, I'm so grateful that you shared that, because it's in your own personal self-awareness that you grow, that you recognize the old me is trying to come back now. How is Millionaire different than TIR? Very different. Very, very different. Kieran is probably a beautiful person too. If you want to share a couple notes in the chat, Kieran and I actually met through the Bob Proctor world, and we both very heavily were involved in that work, and that work was very important and incremental for our growth. But what I have found with the Millionaire program is that it transcends much of the masculine kind of mindset type of restrictions, and it actually moves us far out into the spiritual, into the feminine, into that higher level of awareness. It's powerful. Yeah, it's powerful. So if you have done TIR, Millionaire is a beautiful next option, but you don't even need to do TIR because Millionaire is pretty fantastic. And what was so interesting too is the first month that I went into Millionaire program and started selling it, we sold twice as many as any other course I'd ever sold before. So it was just a real example of what's next. Yeah, what's next for us. It's great. So let's see what, I know he's typing away right here, so we'll see what he says, but he's had some beautiful awarenesses. And I think it's important too to come from someone that is masculine, that identifies as a man, you know, to be able to talk about the importance of this work from that place as well, because this isn't just for women. This isn't about just a group of women ascending and growing. We have men on our team. This is a family-run business that's owned by a man and a woman. I own Diamond Academy with my partner, my business partner, father of my children, Chris. And so we have the duality at the core of this, which is important. So if you are a male on here, we've got men on the team. We have men's embodiment sessions. There's a lot of work for you to do there. Yeah. Do you need to have an existing business to start this program? Of course not. You can be at any place in your life that you are in. Can you please do an event called Duality? Maura, I like that. But you can begin this journey from any point in your life. So if you are someone that is currently part of a career and you want to transition out of that career, perfect opportunity to take this course. If you're launching a new business, perfect time to take this course. If you're trying to figure out what's next for you, there couldn't be a more perfect time to take this course, to be quite honest. And how do we know it's the perfect moment? Because you're here and you're already ready. So now it's just about what is it that you need to make the decision. Judy's retired and did Millionaire 2 years ago. She's retired. Come on, Judy. This woman's writing books. She's singing at church. She's changing the landscape of the town that she lives in. Like, yeah, she's doing a lot. Beautiful, beautiful woman. I started Modern Mentor with a business 5 months ago, and now I have without a business 5 months ago, and now I have a booming business. Oh, good, Jenna. That makes me so happy. Beautiful. Anyway, there's so many beautiful comments in the chat, so many people sharing. So if you are ready to take this leap and you're ready to enroll, anyone that makes the decision to sign up for Millionaire today, Millionaire for Leaders, I'm going to send you a special gift. It's something personal to me that I use in my everyday life that I'm going to send to you. Okay. I know my team's gonna be like, oh, are we mailing something out? Yes, we are. We're going to mail something out. It actually came to me before this call. I was actually using it this morning and I went, I am going to send this out to every person that makes the decision today. So the offer is available for a few days. Don't worry. But anyone that makes the decision today, I'm going to send you one of my favorite things. And the reason why I do that for today is because I want you to realize that the universe loves speed. The universe responds to decisions that are made like this. And it's also an opportunity for you to trust your intuition, right? It's an opportunity for you to act on it today. So Millionaire right now is going to come with the Spiritual Leader course, which is a separate course I'm including. So there's no extra cost. I'm including the Spiritual Leader course. And you will do a spiritual embodiment, a leadership embodiment call with me as well as a group. So we're going to do a mastermind call after the Spiritual Leader. So that's the current offer. Anyone who enrolls today will get the special gift that I'm mailing out. Yeah. I signed up for Millionaire a few days ago. Can I still do the Spiritual Leader? Yes, Annie. We will give you Spiritual Leader, I think. I'm sure Deborah will know that, but I think you're going to get this offer because you just signed it up a couple days ago. Yeah. I took the leap and signed up. I've been struggling with signing up for several months. I have no idea how I'm going to pay it back, but I have faith it's going to be okay. It's going to be more than okay, Lauren. It's going to be more than okay. This is a quantum leap towards your life. Absolutely. Absolutely. We also have a funding agency that we work with. Okay. So a third-party funder. And so what this company does for those that are in the US, I don't know if we're in any other countries for that, but ask the team. But what this company does is they will fund the course of the program over 5 to 7 years. They will pay for the course, so you'll get the money to pay for the course in full now, and you will pay them back over 5 to 7 years at a lower monthly rate, just like you're financing a vehicle. It's like that. So you can finance the course with this company, not through us. But what's so beautiful about that is I had to prove the efficacy of my course in order for them to fund my programs. They don't want to finance a car that's going to break in 30 days. So they want to make sure that what we're doing over here is working, it's helping people, it's serving people, so that they're funding something that people are going to actually be able to pay back, right? So we do have that opportunity. I had to send them like 30 pages of testimonials, client wins, messages from the students to prove the value of my course. So the fact that we have this agency that's willing to fund us is a huge testament to the work that we are doing here. And we actually do millions of dollars in business with them. So they fund millions of courses and programs for people to come in. So it's so beautiful. So we will give you that information. Please talk to the team if you want to apply for that funding. We don't know your personal info, you fill it out. Am I glitching out? Is my vibration and energy too high again that I'm glitching out? It happens. It definitely happens. Yeah. And we can talk to you about financing for things like Canada and stuff like that. I have a payment plan option here at Diamond Academy, but it's a 6-month payment plan. It's not like 5 to 7 years, but many people use our in-house payment plan as well. Yeah. Let me see. There was a couple of other questions I want to answer in here. And Lauren, congratulations, by the way. She took the leap. Congratulations. I'm super, super proud of you. It's the beginning of a quantum leap, and I want you to know that going in, that this is now a quantum leap. And within your first 3 calls, you'll be convinced of that. Guaranteed. You'll be convinced of that. There's also a link in the chat if you want to take a look at the current programs and offers. There is an option for you to take the Modern Mentor program as well. I'll throw in Spiritual Leader if you want. Modern Mentor is specifically for coaches and consultants. So if you are someone that is in the coaching space or the consultant space, it could be a health coach, it could be a manifestation coach, it could be a business strategist coach, whatever. It does not matter. If you are in a leadership capacity and you are coaching and mentoring others towards their growth, Modern Mentor would be a great program for you. It ties manifestation with business. So as you can tell, one of my strengths is my ability to, in the online digital space, run a highly successful business. So I brand myself on social media, and I move people into courses and programs from that. And so if you are someone that desires to make a difference in that way and impact people in that way, we can definitely help you to do so. So that would be the Modern Mentor program. Yeah, that would be Modern Mentor. Okay, so let me see what other questions. Somebody asked about Manifest Toronto. So Manifest Toronto is our live event in person in Toronto, Canada. It is June the 6th at Steam Whistle Brewery. Okay, so the beautiful thing about this live event is that my entire team is going to be there and we are going to be together to manifest together. There is a VIP lunch, but that is already sold out. So I taught my students very well to believe that they are VIPs. And so as soon as the VIP tickets went on sale, they sold out. So we will put the link right now for Manifest Toronto as well. So the live event will have about 250 people there. And we will all be together. I will teach you, we're gonna go through workshop style. We're gonna do some embodiment sessions. There'll be music, there'll be guest speakers. One person that I have confirmed so far is Cheryl Hickey. She is a former host of Entertainment Tonight Canada, a dear friend. She is a millionaire alumni. She took the Millionaire program. And she is going to come on and she is going to teach about how she uses this work with her children, with her family, Manifestation for Kids. So she's going to do a lesson on how she does that. So I'm super, super excited to have her come and do that. And we will be sharing details about a manifestation family program that her and I are collaborating on. We will share information at Manifest Toronto about that. So we've got that in the works as well. We've got that in the works as well. So every single person that said here, I am ready to leap. If you haven't enrolled for a course or a program, I want you to book a call with my team. I'm giving you an action step to move the quantum leap into the physical. I'm just taking you step by step. So if you said, I'm ready to leap, I want you to book a conversation with my team. Respond to the email, respond to the text, click on the link and fill out the form and have a conversation with my team. And tell me when you've done that in the chat. I'm holding you accountable. I want every single one of you to leap. I want a message in my DMs talking about how big your leap was. I can't wait to receive it. So by me sitting here and not giving you the steps and not holding you accountable is not going to serve you. It's actually going to leave you in the old identity, and I would not be a good coach if I did that, would I? I'm making it about me and not about you. Stephanie Miller, oh man, excited. And let me tell you something about my team. They are the most loving, caring, inspiring individuals that you will ever meet. And what started happening, which is so fun, is that people are now meeting my team out in public and like introducing themselves to them and like wanting to take pictures. I love that, right? So we're making an impact, we're making a difference. And Jessie is doing House of Manifestation meetup. She's going to be in Utah. We're going to be in LA. Sent an email. Perfect. See, Rachel sent an email. See how we're taking inspired action. Yep. Is Toronto full already? Only the VIP is sold out. For Toronto, we have regular tickets you can still get. Let me know if you're coming to Toronto. April 5th, Salt Lake City. Leanne Short, I am so excited to see you, beautiful. This makes me so happy. I hope that you are, not I hope, I know that you are healthy and thriving and ready for your next quantum leap. Leanne took TIR with me, I think in 2020. I think you took TIR with me. I think it was in 2020, maybe early 2021, but I think it was 2020. I had a call with Jessie earlier this week. Yes, Jessie's so wonderful, isn't she? Yeah. Okay. Why would I want to be a leader though? As a nurse who has worked management many years, I'm completely burnt out and the thought of continuing to be a leader sounds exhausting. So this is a belief system, Leah, right? So there is an underlying belief system or a trigger or a reaction to the idea of leadership. But leadership for me isn't about managing people, okay? Feel the difference? So as a nurse leader, I used to manage people. I used to hold them accountable. I'd manage the behaviors. Are you doing your work? Are you getting it done? You know, all these types of things. I used to work with the unions and all that kind of stuff. Now I'm a leader, a true leader who leads from spirit. What that means is I understand that every post I make to social media has leadership involved. Okay, I'm leading people by every single post I do. Do you think that I use my influence and am socially irresponsible with my message? Absolutely not. I will never, ever post a limited thing for you to see. I won't do it. I'm not showing you limitation. This is why you will never see a before and after weight loss picture from me like that. Before and after in one graphic, you'll never see it. It is not socially responsible to do so, in my opinion. Why? Because when I do a before and after photo like that and I say, hey, look at me now, what am I saying about her then? No, man. Kathleen at 323 pounds, she was changing the world. She loved herself. She was so incredibly beautiful, so confident, so inspiring. She's not a before. And this is not an after. This is a continual progression and ascension. And so to put a picture up like that on social media says, you should lose weight. And I will never send that message. I don't believe anyone needs to lose weight. You are not flawed. You are not broken. You are not overweight. You are perfect and incredible the way that you are. And you can have everything you want and make the impact that you want to make in this world, regardless of any of that. So no, I will not do it. So that's leadership. That's what I'm talking about. Leadership is also casting a vision. So I have cast a vision for Diamond Academy and the impact that we're going to make on this world. And what does that do for everybody that follows me? They buy into it. And so I'm using my influence, my leadership skills for good. I'm not convincing you guys to go and hate on people and to lie to people and have inauthentic and disingenuous business practices. No, I'm teaching you all to lead with love, to lead with integrity and with authenticity, and to do the right thing, right? And so leadership is far more than managing people. Leadership is truly about making a difference and leading others towards it. If you're a parent, you're a leader. Without a doubt, just by having a child. If you're an aunt or an uncle, you're a leader, right? And then we even lead our parents in life. It kind of turns around. Our parents lead us, and then we lead our parents. So leadership is innately part of all of us. We have to be good followers, but we also have to be good leaders. So Leah, I would just say, take a look at what it is that you believe about leadership and what it means and what is so exhausting and what your old view of leadership is, and let's replace it with a new one. The spiritual leadership course will actually be sold later on. I think we're selling it. Oh, I can't remember. I don't know these details, actually. It's not even about remembering. I don't know the details. After Wealth from Within is finished, it starts in May. So probably the end of April, we will probably sell Spiritual Leader on its own, if you want to take it on its own. But right now you get it with Millionaire. If you extend Millionaire, we'll add Spiritual Leader to your extension as well. So you can extend and stay in the community. I have no staff, and yet I'm leading my community to grow our group consciousness and our tourism impact. Judy O'Leary. And this is the thing, right? So to understand that each and every one of you has an incredible impact on collective consciousness, whether you realize it or not. When you go to the grocery store and you're living in a state of gratitude and you're living in a state of joy and you are happy about your life, what are you doing for everyone that comes in contact with your vibration in that grocery store? Elevating them. When you say thank you to that person and you say, I am so grateful for you, as you leave that grocery store, what are you doing? You're leaving them with the impression of increase as you leave that grocery store. You know what I do at Starbucks? If you've been with me and you've seen it, it's kind of funny, but they love it. I'll order my Starbucks, and then I'll go over to the person that's going to make it, and I'll put my head over like this, and I'll say, hey, can you do me a favor? I say, yeah. I say, can you make that with love? And they go, yeah. I say, good, thank you. And what does that do for them? Raises their vibration. It has them think in the idea of love. It has them change their mind before they make my matcha. I don't want you making my matcha when you're thinking about like how much you hate the world, right? I want it made with love, please. And I notice I get these cups that say like these beautiful sayings on it all the time. They tell me I'm wonderful, I'm amazing, like all these things. Even when I order it on Uber Eats, right? I say, I appreciate your business to every customer. Yeah, Cindy, isn't that beautiful? So anyway, so this is the power of leadership. It's not just about leading people or managing others. It's about the way that you walk in your everyday life and the way that you show up every single day. It's important and it's powerful, and you make a difference. Each of us impacts other people in our lives in a great way. Even if you don't have a business, even if you don't desire to have a really big life or an extraordinary life, I want you to take the Millionaire program anyway and Spiritual Leader anyway for the impact that you'll have on your family, on your kids. It's life-changing. It's absolutely life-changing. Like my kids' lives is completely different. Everybody around me's life is completely different from this work. And it's really beautiful. Yeah. Any other questions about the Millionaire program? Manifest Toronto tickets are for sale. The Costa Rica retreat is sold out. I'm so sorry. We're going to Costa Rica in November. I'm running a four-day Rise retreat in Costa Rica, and it's sold out in January, I think. I don't even think we had it for sale for like a week, and it's sold out. So if you want to get on a wait list for our retreat in 2026, you are more than welcome to let the team know. They will start a wait list. I'm sure we already have a wait list, actually. And we will absolutely put you on that list for when we sell for 2026. but the 2025 November Costa Rica retreat is completely sold out. Completely. Okay? So you can come to the next one though. I put a book out into the world on leadership. Beautiful, Amy. How much is the spiritual leader course on its own? Ooh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what we sell that for. Oh, $9.97, Darcy says. $9.97. Beautiful. Would love to be a part of the 2026 retreat. So Connie, book your call. Who has booked their call? Tell me in the chat. We want to celebrate you. Jules has booked her call. Beautiful. Leanne did, Debbie did, sent a text, Juliana, Katie. Well, if you didn't book it, but you sent a text, that's fine too. Just say you sent a text or you sent an email. And if you're not, notice what you're noticing. So if you said you're ready to leap, but you're not going to take the next step to have the discussion with the team, just ask yourself, why am I not doing that? I'm ready to leap, and I would love to take the Millionaire Program, and I want to be in the energy. So some of you are going to say things like, well, I don't know where the money is going to come from. Or you're going to say, well, I don't want to waste their time. You might be afraid that they're going to tell you something that you don't want to hear, which might very well happen. Which is beautiful, because that's what coaching and mentorship's about, right? Because I really don't have the money. Well, you don't need the money right now, Wendy, because you didn't make the decision. Once you make the decision, the money will come. And the team can talk to you about other options too. So if Millionaire really isn't for you, they can tell you what might be for you then. And that first conversation with my team is the starting point many times of the manifestation journey to come into our energy and to join our courses and programs. And so many times the manifestation will begin after that. So you could talk to them and you could say, okay, well, right now the money isn't available, but I would love for the money to come. And then within the next 60 days, we see the money come. Beautiful. Millionaires for everyone. I agree, Kelly. It really is. Yeah. I'm so proud of my work. I'm really proud of my work. Kathleen, I lost my baby, relationship and job in the space of 6 months. How do you get that higher vibration when you try but constantly just feel hopeless? I'm so ready to leap, but I feel so low and don't believe I can. Thank you for your vulnerability and thank you for your honesty and for sharing. Okay, so I want to say that first. And I think that there's many people on this call that are going to want to hear this answer. So you asking the question serves the entire community and every individual on this call. So what ends up happening in our life is that we experience events that are very, very highly emotional, right? So it could be loss. It could be separation. It could be some sort of trauma experience. It could be health related. And so when we experience these things and then multiple things at one time, so that's what this individual is experiencing, it will feel very, very loud and it'll feel very, very emotional. But what it's actually doing, and this is my belief now, is that when we are in those states and we are very, very emotional, sad, grieving, low vibrational, we're actually really, really alive. We're really, really alive. And we are really, really feeling. And we are really, really living. And so it feels dark and it feels scary and it feels sad and it feels like you're in a hole and you want to come out. The beautiful thing is that just as sad as you're in the sad moment you're in right now, there's a happy moment right next door. With how low you're feeling, there's high right next door. So when I say that you're in the livingness, you're really alive, you're really feeling your humanity. And it's a beautiful thing. So how can we move you then into a state of allowing yourself to grieve, to feel in order to heal? I'm feeling this because of this. I'm sad because of this experience. I'm grieving because of this loss. I'm this, I'm this, I'm this. But then move into a state of gratitude. So thank you for this deep, profound sadness that I am feeling that is reminding me that I'm alive. Because if you aren't sad, then what are you? Numb. Complacent. You're not living. Right? So be thankful for the feelings, be thankful for the living, be thankful for the experience, and then move into gratitude. What can you be happy about? What light can you follow? What small grasp of hope can you linger to move yourself into that light state? And when you grasp 1 little ounce of light and you hang on to it, so this call, for example, and you let this be real for you, and you let this be a good feeling for you, and you hold on to it, you're going to bring more and more and more, and you're now pulling yourself towards the light and out of the dark through gratitude, through appreciation, through following others, through filling your mind with happy thoughts, positive thoughts, happy people, inspiring people, positive people. Even have a conversation with a member of my team, please. Please. Feel their hearts, feel their soul. No matter if you're enrolling in a program or not, my team is here to serve you, to help you. And that conversation might change your life. Actually, I'm pretty sure it will. I'm pretty sure it will, right? And are you really hopeless? No, because you wouldn't be on this call. You would not be on a call about quantum leaps if you were truly hopeless. So that is something that you actually don't believe. The mind is tricking you into believing that you are hopeless, and you are not, right? Yeah, the family is the best place to be. This family is the best place to be. I love you, Kathleen. I love you too, Cindy. Love you so much. We've truly created a beautiful family here, and we would love to welcome you into our family. Anybody that takes a course, a program, a retreat, a live event becomes a member of the Diamond Academy family, and you're with us for life, and people always come and go. People stay with us for years. Some people have been here on the entire journey with me from the beginning, and I'm just so grateful that I have everyone to be able to do that. This call, Jules, is for another 10 minutes. You're making me laugh. Not to be rude, how much longer is this call? I have to get ready for work. You can take me with you to get ready. You can still listen while you're getting ready. You know, I'm not offended. But yes, you can hop off too at the same time, Jules. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. I have a song that we're going to end with. We're going to play in a few more minutes. So if you have any last minute questions, comments, you let me know. I'm going to hop off here and get into the car and head to the airport and go see my grandmother for the last time and ask her what her sign is. How is she going to come visit me? In what way is she going to show up for me in her afterlife? So I'm super, super grateful for that. But my last minute thoughts before I log off. So anyone who makes the decision today, I'm going to send you my personal gift to you. So it is very possible for you to make a decision without speaking to the team. It's very possible for you to click on a link and to enroll. It's very possible for you to pay in full and do it with ease. And so I don't want anyone to believe that they have to do something that they don't want to do. If you already know and you are ready, that is the perfect quantum leap energy. I do that now. I don't need to talk to anybody. I will just click and I will sign up. I actually signed up for a program. It was an $8,000 program a year ago, I believe. And they tried to make me talk to somebody. And I said, I just want to sign up. Give me the link. I don't know. I just need to, I'm ready. And that's the type of person I am now. I'm also a pay in full kind of gal, so I do like to pay in full as well. So these are the energies that create quantum leaps. It's the decision making that makes all the difference in the world. The most successful people, the people that are quantum leaping the most in their lives, they make a decision. They make it quickly based on intuition. They do it with certainty and they stick to it. We know this to be true. This continues to be one of the most pivotal lessons of success. If you ask any successful person, they will tell you the same thing. It's being bold, it's being daring, and it's truly going for it. The song that I'm going to play for you all as we end this is called I Am Here by Beyonce. And the reason that I'm playing this song is because I want every single one of you to understand that your presence on this earth has a purpose. It has a meaning. There is a call to good that you are meant to be fulfilling. And that virus code, those untruths that are programmed in the subconscious mind, the worries, the fears, the doubt, they are not real and they are keeping you from what you are meant to be doing. And so in this song, Beyonce talks about how she's here and she wants to leave this earth knowing that she left an imprint, that she made a difference, that she did something with significance. And I resonate with this so much now. My life is not for me. I know that there is a place for my human experience. There's a place for Kathleen to have some fun and to have some adventure and to experience real true love in her life. I know that. And I'm letting her have it. I'm giving her what she wants. But from the higher spiritual perspective, I know that this life, this iteration, this experience right now, I'm here to do things. I'm here to get some stuff done. And that is elevating humanity through this work. It is elevating collective consciousness through this work. But I had to let go of the things that said that you're not beautiful enough, you're not skinny enough, you're not successful enough, you're not funny enough, you're not vibrant enough. I had to let all that go to allow the true me to shine and to come through, and to really, really believe that I'm able to do this. I got the most incredible text message yesterday, and I know that it's a reflection of a shift in my beliefs. Okay? So Barbara sent me a text, and not a text, a DM on Instagram. And what she said is that, I got to read it because I'm going to mess it up. I'm going to say it incorrectly. And the wording she used is the most powerful part. She said, you are the only person who I believe can change the world, literally. That's what she said to me. Like, what? Why would I get that message now? In a moment in my life when I'm going for it, the loudest I've ever gone for it before. I am being the most bold and the most daring I have ever been. I believe in myself the most I have ever believed in myself before. I really believe there's no limit to what I can do. I really, really, really believe that. And then someone would say that to me. This is what this work is about. It is about creating an idea of yourself in your mind and letting the rest of the world believe it. Because then when they believe it, you make the difference that you want to make. And so you know what my response to her was? I will accept this belief for myself too. Thank you. I will accept this belief. So every single one of you on here can change the world. Are you willing to believe it? That's my question to you. Anyways, time to quantum leap. There's going to be so many of you today, tomorrow, the next day that are going to be beginning your quantum leaps. And I'm so excited to guide you along the journey, to be here alongside you, to celebrate with you, to help you ascend, and to give you some of my source energy too. I'm always dreaming about my clients winning. And so if you know how powerful I am, you know how powerful that'll be for you in your journey. I truly believe that I'm helping through doing that. I'm helping you in your vibration as well. So thank you so much, everyone. I'm giving you my love and my gratitude today. Make a decision. Don't wait. Act intuitively. It can be that easy. And enjoy your conversations with my team.